everybody, I'm Anne-Marie Eigner. She's Janet Prensky.
We are the Boomer Broads. Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking about a issue near and dear to our hearts and most Boomer Broads' hearts.
We struck a chord too because we've gotten an awful lot of feedback on this one.
Plastic surgery. I would say out of the feedback we've received just on our Facebook site alone, about 75% of our fans are gung-ho to make some nips and tucks, little changes here and there, and 25% say leave it alone. Age gracefully, go for it.
Most popular? Botox.
No question.
Non-surgical.
Botox. And what's
Botox,
the most surgical?
Surgical. Lipo.
Liposuction.
Yeah, lipo, eyelid surgery, breast augmentation.
I
enough.
I walk around like this. Don't you walk around like this? I always remember my mother walking around like this all of my childhood, wondering what the hell is she doing, and now I have turned into my mother.
For it.
Turned into my mother.
So much of it is genetic, though.
We get into some personal sides of plastic surgery.
Which is why we're talking about it today.
We wanted to show you, and you know, you've seen this. You know that most of the celebs you just saw at the Oscars or wherever, there isn't a what. The Botox is just oozing out of their ears. There's so much Botox in this celebrity
So much Botox
world
that they can't smile anymore.
And so, you know, Joan Rivers is, you know, just the perfect example. The poor thing can barely speak. She doesn't talk like this. She can barely speak.
This woman.
Priscilla Presley.
Beautiful woman. Beautiful
woman. And this was a case of bad doctor. It was one of those Botox parties that were all the rage for a while in L.A., and I'm probably on the East Coast as well. And this is just a Botox party gone bad. Priscilla,
I barely even recognized him. I barely even knew who that was.
Here was a great-looking man. That's what's interesting. And you shouldn't be. I don't want to be sexist and say why do men do it, because to me. But honestly, men are allowed to age. It is acceptable in our society to have wrinkles, have gray hair, and to be a man. It is less acceptable from a female point of view. So you got to wonder, Bert, what were you thinking, honey?
Overuse.
You look like caca.
It's like, I bet you he uses too much Viagra too, don't you think?
Oh yeah, come on now, stop it. And speaking of
As
looking
an aside,
like caca, oh poor Mickey.
Poor Mickey.
Poor Mickey.
Or poor Kenny.
That is almost the saddest of all, because there was just this guy who aged perfectly. Come on, Kenny. You were meant to be a white-haired, kind of wrinkly, good-looking, rugged guy.
You were handsome.
Where'd your eyes go, sweetheart? Searching for Kenny Rogers' eyes. It's a new movie.
Oh, and then...
Oh, no. Even looking at her now just scares the crap out of me. This is a woman who is not famous for anything but her plastic surgery. She has She is not a celebrity except for how scary she looks. And her husband, by the way, was her plastic surgeon.
Oh, God.
For better or worse, buddy, this is
he obviously doesn't like her very much.
Jocelyn Wildenstein. Or Wildenstein.
Yes. The tiger lady, right?
The Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Close enough. She could. At this point, she's turning into a tiger. Look at this woman.
And then this.
Jocelyn. And then
young woman.
10 procedures in one day. Heidi Montez.
It's an illness.
You're a nobody, and now you're less.
I
don't get it.
It's an illness, but
she's still not satisfied. She's now an E, and she wanted to be a G.
An H.
Oh, she wants to be an H. Sorry, I didn't know this other thing existed.
And then
funny.
Brooke Shields, and this is not a photo, but it's just a little story that I found. Brooke Shields, I'll look like the Joker if I get more surgery. Brooke Shields, known for her beauty, doesn't think she's beautiful enough.
Well, you know what? Listen.
All right.
It is totally acceptable to look in the mirror, see wrinkles, and think, I don't like them. I don't like them.
I understand that.
I want to feel better. It's all about the mental. I don't think it's about the physical as much as looking in that mirror and feeling good about yourself.
Don't say more. You'll take it.
I'm not going to say more, but I'll say about myself. I would, although it scares me to do it because I don't like to think about putting needles in my face, I have absolutely considered getting rid of my crow's feet, the laugh lines from all the laughing we do here on the show. It's ruining my appearance.
I'll keep it down then from now on.
And the Day-Cola, what do you call this?
Day-Cola.
Oh, that really upsets me. I mean, I've had it with myself. I've had it with me. But anyway, go ahead.
But,
nobody else. Did you hold it up correctly this time?
Yeah, last time I had it upside down. So I am going under the knife in a couple of days. And
actually, when this airs, you'll be going under the knife that day.
That's right.
Yes, you will.
And without being completely open about it, because it's a mammoplasty. Look it up. It's a mammoplasty.
Oh, it's a breast reduction.
Suffice it to say, it happens between here and here.
Oh, call it what it is.
And I will look somewhat like this afterwards. It's not an enhancement, God knows.
Poor Dan, I might add.
I know, I'm sorry.
Dan, you should
Poor
be
men in general who have to listen. I'm really excited about it.
You should be. I've had one.
Neck pain, back pain, the 2 areas that are being reduced, I'm really excited. It's more than I need. I don't need to carry it around anymore. I work out a lot. It's really uncomfortable for me.
And it's interesting for you because you developed your size over the years.
Yes.
You were not born like I had been.
Well, a couple of kids, 20 extra pounds, and
before you knew it,
gravity, age, there you go. But what's interesting is I have never considered surgery on my face. Never. And really, it's not for me. I understand, and I love the comments that we got. We heard from a lot of people across the country, actually. We'll read some of the comments in a minute, but I like my laugh lines. I don't mind my wrinkles. A lot of it is genetic. My parents both had really great skin. My father was 98 years old with skin like a baby. I'm all for cosmetic surgery if it makes you feel better. I'm not for overuse of cosmetic surgery, but I'm all for it if you, for example, it makes you happy. Go for it. I don't understand people saying, don't do it, you should never do it. I do worry about getting addicted, people who get addicted to it. And we have a woman...
worry for yourself?
No.
Well, as someone who has had exactly what you're doing, I had it 12 years ago, the surgery you're about to, and it's the best thing I ever did. It is not, for me, a breast reduction versus an augmentation is less about vanity than it is about feeling good about yourself.
Absolutely.
And being able to be less self-conscious. My whole life I was defined by how big I was.
Yes. And it was the first thing everybody looked...
Big, busted Janet Prinsky.
Yeah, it's true.
And now
you alluded to this a little earlier. Make sure you know who's doing the cutting and the slicing and the injecting. Make sure you check them out ahead of time.
Get references. Get photos.
And if you start to feel like or if your friends start telling you you're doing too much, maybe you should get a different kind of therapy. See a different type of doctor. Pamela from Phoenix, be careful. You're getting an awful lot done. She said she just had a boob job 3 weeks ago. She loves the girls, she says. Cute. But she's also had lip implants, lip lift.
Lip lift?
Well,
lipo lift.
Lipo lift.
Yep.
Brow lift, face lift, and rhinoplasty. 5 different plastic surgeons.
And she's happy, though.
She's very happy. She couldn't be happier. Okay. Peggy Jo from California. I had the tatas done, and she's very pleased. I would imagine she had implants.
I'm thinking,
Would think so.
Yes.
And Linda from Michigan, real women don't get Botox or plastic surgery. Wrinkles are like badges, wear them proudly. Frankly, I happen to agree with Linda, but it's a very personal decision.
Well, I also think, and I believe in some of it, I believe in very... like I look at a Heidi, and this is so over the top, and I look at a Jocelyn, so over the top, but things like that lunchtime lift that's now out there, that's cute as a button. You go into the doctor, it's just a little... Huh?
You'd skip lunch.
Well, that could be an issue for me. Good point. Maybe brunch time, I might be able to skip it. Lunch, really, you're a good point, I can't skip it. But they just give you a little lift, and before you know it, you're back at work. That kind of thing, I like.
So no black and blue marks. You
right. I don't want to be like bandaged up and living at a spa for a week where if your family saw you, they would start to cry because you look so horrible with all the scabbing and the this and that. That stuff really scares me. But the gentle things that you can get done where you can be back at work the next day.
So no slicing. You don't want any slicing.
I would prefer not. Listen. If I need to slice, I'm going to slice. If one day I look in the mirror and scream, slice, I will slice.
As the years progress.
But right now, I'm 53 years old. Right now I look at myself and I could see I could do a little here, a little there. Maybe I will. I keep talking about it. I never do, but you never know.
But wish me luck.
Luck, girl.
Luck.
And needless to say, TTFN. Ta-ta for now, those little tatas. You go, girlie.
And write us your stories. We'd love to hear some of your stories. I think it's been great that people have been sharing stories with us and letting us know what they've been...
Fantastic.
Yes
Keep it
or
up.
no.
Facebook is a great place to talk to us. We always interact with you. We'll answer everything you say.
We have a new website, by the way.
Yes, we do.
Thanks to our Marissa and Austin.
Fantastic website, theboomerbroads.com. Feel free to comment on there. We're going to continue blogging. Actually, I'm going to ask Anne-Marie to do a little blog after your operation.
I'd love to.
Give you something to do while you're laying in bed, and she'll tell you how everything went. So be sure to log on and read about us.
Turning Point TV.
All of it.
All of them.
See you soon, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.